Hi, I'm Nicole Belanda from Rockwell Automation, and we're here to talk about results achieved. I'm joined by Jason from Summer Garden Food to talk about some great results that they've achieved. Hi, Jason.
Hey.
Do you think you could tell us a little bit about your role and then also what Summer Garden Food does?
Yeah, I'm a control technician at Summer Garden Food. We produce barbecue sauce, spaghetti sauce, multiple kinds. A little bit Alfredo is a good one. We basically that's what we do.
So when I'm cooking Italian food, I'm probably using one of your products.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the challenge that you were looking to solve. I know you had set some goals, you had some KPIs. Tell us what those were and what you're hoping to achieve.
Yeah, we were missing downtime. We knew we had it. We couldn't find it. We didn't know what was going on. Our kettle yields weren't equaling our run times. No idea what was going on. So we want to start tracking downtime a little bit better than the piece of paper operator writes down, foreman sends it out. We started looking around. We come across Plex. It's easily scalable. We start one machine, we build off that machine once we know what we're doing, and we have started with our filler, our main piece of equipment. We've dug around. We actually have found that we have like 4 hours of downtime that we had no idea what it was per shift. It's just they're opening the door in the filler, they're making adjustments, they're closing the door again. It's 5 minutes at a pop. Operator wasn't writing it down as it was 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes added up substantially throughout a shift.
That's super interesting. So things that maybe didn't look like they were issues in real time as they were happening, when you put that data on a piece of paper, it makes some sense that there's some downtime going on. I know you also use Rockwell controls on your line. Once you knew about this downtime, was that something that you were able to create a control strategy to address?
We're still working on that. It's a continuous improvement project we have going. We're finding that, okay, this fault's for the door opened. We're now pulling that out of the Rockwell PLC as of what actual fault it is that we're getting every so often, and we're finding it's the door opening fault, so they're stopping the machine by opening the door. So now it's more of a operator training and operator controls that we're trying to implement to reduce that downtime now that we found it.
Got it, okay. Tell me a little bit about your implementation of Plex. What was it like for you to get started with the system, get your information in there, and start to find some insights?
It was quite easy. The guys at Plex were wonderful. We gave them a virtual server, they set it all up, they got it going for us. We then, a month later, did a controls upgrade on our filler, shut everything down, and the ball was in my court. And honestly, it was just setting an OPC server to do communication. It talked to the Plex system, it talked to the Mach 2, that's the bread and butter of it's the Mach 2, that just reports to Plex. It was simple, easy. I think within a week we were up and going after controls upgrade from an old Slick 500 to a 5300 compact Logix.
Wow,
it was
a week.
Nothing. Yeah,
That's
easy.
Wonderful. So tell me, what else are you looking to find with Plex? I know you mentioned downtime, maybe slow production, or is there anything else you're looking for?
Definitely, we want to start branching out a little bit. We basically started small. We just wanted to track the rate of the machine and the downtime. We're going to start branching out to the machines further down the line that may be causing filler idle time. So we're going to start branching out towards down the line of the rest of the machines, get them implemented in there. So when we see, basically we can track the fault. This machine want red, now this one want red, this one want red, this one want red, this one want red. All this downtime is because of this machine. So we want to be able to start tracking that a little bit more in depth. We're actually using the Rockwell PLCs to do all of the reporting. It just is programmed right into the PLC. When it goes to a fault condition, it sends it to Mach 2. When it goes to an idle condition, it sends it to Mach 2. There's no operator interaction at all. So we can find that macro downtime, and that's what we want to get on each and every machine, where we can start tracking what's causing what.
That's a really smart approach. So you started with the single filler machine, and now that you've got that really tightened up and working well, it's time to expand it to the other machines on the line. Do you think once you see the big picture, that will improve your operations as a whole, just seeing the interconnectivities, like you had mentioned, if one machine goes down, another does? Do you think you'll find information there?
Oh yes, there should be a ton of information. And just like on the filler, I'm sure there's micro downtime we're missing on all the rest of the machines. That is just, this one's down for 5 minutes, but then upstream we have 10 minutes down because it's went down, you have to wait for everything to clear before they can go back up. And it's just the bigger downtime we're gonna start seeing after we start eliminating the micro downtime. It's just digging into all that, and eventually it should increase production a bunch once we have all that micro downtime out of the window. 3-4 hours a shift worth of downtime is a ton of downtime.
That is a lot of downtime. That's exciting. That means eventually more out the door, right? More
Yes,
product out
way
the door.
more product out the door, yes.
Excellent. What are your hopes for the future? So beyond, you said, expanding to different equipment in your facility, is there anything else you're looking to achieve?
We'd like to start breaking it down instead of just watching it as a product itself, start watching it as the individual products. Like we want to start watching our barbecue sauce when we're running it, okay? We have this downtime on barbecue sauce that we don't have on red sauce. What's causing that? How do we improve the operation of the red sauce or the barbecue sauce to make it formal so we get the same speeds out of each product?
That's really interesting. So you have some extra layers of, you can just scale up, add a little more complexity, scale up, add a little bit more
Yes,
complexity.
and that's what drove us to Plex, was it's scalable the whole way along. I mean, it'll go anywhere from what we're doing, which is production trapping, to a whole ERP if we want to get into that. So we just have a million options when I come to Plex, and it makes it so easy to where it's anything we want to do with it, we can do with it. It's add on a module here or do extra programming so we can do this. It's so scalable.
Do you have any advice for companies like yourselves who know something is up but don't know exactly what it is? Any advice for how to address that?
I guess the best advice would be don't try to eat the whole elephant at once. Don't just go in and I'm going to find every piece of downtime there is, because you're never going to do it. It's like we did, start small. You have a machine, maybe two machines. Your major machine that causes downtime, like ours is a filler. We're not putting sauce in jars. We're not doing anything. So once you get that machine, start going to the rest of the machines. It's just don't try to eat the whole elephant in one bite.
That's really sound advice. As a controls technician, what part of this project makes you the most proud?
Probably the fact that it was not even that difficult to do programming on the machine itself in the PLC to be able to just communicate the tags through an OPC. That was so simple. It was something I was worried about when we first started looking at it. It was, okay, I gotta do the programming in the machine to make it communicate a fault. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, well, I gotta communicate idle time. How do I communicate idle time? And just the way it's set up, it's literally just a tag. It's this simple. It looks for that tag, it sees that tag, and it's happy. You couldn't ask for anything easier than that.
That's great. Thank you so much, Jason, for sharing a little bit about what you're working on. We really appreciate having Summer Garden Foods business and the chance to talk and learn about what's working well for you.
For
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you.